Good day, Mambap. I am April Uvineneza from BTL 1B. In this recording, I am going to discuss the Metallurgy B or the continuation of metallurgy. Metallurgy is a branch of science and technology concerned with the properties of metals and their production and purification. It was derived from the Greek word metallon, which means metal, and ergon, which means work. So it simply means worker in metal. So in the Bronze Age, metallurgy happened. It is because the early stage men discovered that metal was not just only for cutting or simply colored stone, but it could also be melted and cast in predetermined shape as well. In this age, particularly in the Bronze Age, people realized that metal ay pwede palang gawing new tools and new weapon. For them kasi metal are just for cutting or what they called simply colored stone. So later on, they realized that metal can be melted and can use in any various method that can make new tools and weapons. One of the method they used was smelting. It is a form of extractive metallurgy to produce a metal from its ore, which uses heat and chemical. Ibig sabihin, it converts the ore to its purest form. So in Egypt, the smelting of copper began about 4000 BC, and copper ores were mined in the Sinai Desert Peninsula early in Egyptian history. Ang gobyerno ay nagpadala ng mga tao para kunin o kumuha ng copper at copper ores, which is sinatawag nilang semi-precious stone. Ang mga taong pinadala ay ang mga organizing officials, skilled miners and smelters, criminals and captives para gamitin as mining gang. At meron ding mga sundalo para protektahan ang mining gang sa mga kawatan na present doon sa area na yun. Although copper ores were abundant in other places, they are still having a problem in terms of bronze making. It is because maliit ang kanilang supply ng tin. Ang tin at copper ay mga sangkap para gumawa ng bronze. Pero later on, with the help of the men's knowledge about alloy, they adjust the content of tin to the application and they use this new method to create tools and other materials which is made of bronze. But they believed that bronze could not compete with stone. So the Egyptian army still used flint for their arrowheads. Flint is a kind of stone that was used by the early stage men as their tool or weapon in hunting. Because for them, flint has a strong penetration kesa sa metal. At kasama na sa reason kung bakit hindi sila gumagamit ng metal, it is because kulang ang supply ng bronze, and for them, flint is more convenient than bronze. So, yun ang dahilan kung bakit flint pa rin ang ginagamit ng mga Egyptian army in terms of their weapon. However, they stopped using flint in their arrowheads because they discovered that the iron was available and not expensive. So because of the scarcity of copper and bronze, they called it the metals of aristocracy because of the supply of because of the lack of supply, and it was expensive. And they called iron as the democratic metal because it is convenient and it was available in that time. So after that, people started to use iron tools. So that is the reason why the ancient smith or the person who works with metals or who make tools had mastered the various technique of working with gold, silver, copper, and its alloy bronze. So in this age, they learned welding, engraving, hammering, working steel, metal, and many more. So in this age, specialization had taken place during the 30th centuries since the beginning of metallurgy. So originally, the smith was assigned in mined and smelted ores, but in this age, prospecting and mining were left to the miners, and metallurgists' duty is to smelt the metal from the ores. There are two types of smith. First one is the blacksmith and the second is the coppersmith. Blacksmiths specialize in producing such common objects like pots, pans, and ordinary tools. And coppersmith specialize in gold, silver, tin, and other metallic um, materials, and they produce smaller objects, art objects, or repair certain classes of metal products. So in this age, weapons that are made with metal or metal tools and weapons are still expensive, even in the early Iron Age. So stone was still continued in use in such areas of production as the textile industry. So that would be all. Thank you, ma'am, and God bless.